Hey, Apostle Stine McDonald here with the Steps Church's Daily Load for Wednesday, June 26, 2019. Let's pray. Father, thank you so much for your goodness, your love, your direction, your insight, your providential care, and your intentionality, God. We thank you. So we want to take time now, about 5 seconds, to just wait on the Lord. And so I'm essentially wanting this to be titled, In Your Face, in Your Hands. What's before you? And what is in your hand? God asked Moses in the Exodus, before everything went down, he said, what is in your hand? And he began to use that rod that had already been planted by God in his hand. All right. And then we got the account of Ezekiel in Ezekiel 37, where God has taken Ezekiel to a valley. You know about the valley. The bones are very dry in that valley. And he's asking him a question. Can these bones live? Because there's something planted in those bones that carry God's intentionality. And then we have Jeremiah, where God is asking the prophet, what do you see? And the prophet began to tell him about the almond reed there in the first chapter and the 11th verse. Because something in the almond reed was planted there by God to get them to zero in on the very thing that was right there in front of them, so that he could begin to talk to them about destiny. And so I want you to understand that what you're looking for is right within reach. And believe me, I know God. If it isn't, he know how to get you right to it. He know how to take you to that valley, if you will. I know, as he's moved me from LA to Atlanta, and then he began to open Atlanta up. And then, while I'm here, he's saying, what's before you? What's in front of you? What do you have here? What's in your hand? What do you see? You know, and I'm seeing him having planted or planned with tremendous intentionality his providential grace, where with great intentionality he's looking for way into the future, and every step along the way to give me, and I'd be able to grab a hold to exactly what he wants. When I got here, he told me this. He said, you're in a place now where the good fruit that's usually at the top of the tree, he said, it's low hanging. All you got to do is reach like that now, because you're in the right place where he's planted with tremendous intentionality. I can't say it enough. And so in Matthew chapter 25, verses 21 and 23, Jesus is setting forth the parable of the talent, and he is saying the parable, which is something that lays aside in parallel to a real life situation. He's saying, if you're faithful over little, you're going to be ruler over much. And everything starts with a seed. That's how the kingdom works. And so with this seed, whatever the small that is before you, that may not look like anything, as you're faithful, God, with great intentionality in his providential care, is looking way ahead down the line to get you where you're supposed to be. But understand that everything that he's done, he's ordained for you to have, is right within your reach. Apostle Stine, see you on the next load. Talk to you later.